Can automated software build profitable websites? Can automated software build profitable websites? This has long been a question argued within the web developers circle. Certainly several years ago, the automated software lacked a lot of ability. Today, however, automated software is catching up fast with manual programming. Hard coders have had to come to terms with the fact that one day they will become obsolete. How and when this happens is still some years away, but the writing on the wall is visible by the distant rise of the automated software on the horizon. For the past 20 years, companies have been trying to develop these programs to imitate coders. Automated programs have definitely found the right track to follow for the majority of mom and pap sites. With their continued development of these products, it is not hard to see why many website owners are turning to them to develop their websites. Hard coders' advantage at present: the systems do have several glitches that seem to miss out on several very key points when it comes to website development. The first, and for me, the most important one, is search engine optimization. Most, but not all automated web design programs are definitely lacking when it comes to SEO tactics. You can do the usual things like header tags within the software, but when it comes to the barrage of other tags that have become more important within a website, they fail miserably. Hard coding has always allowed the web designer to plan ahead and set out the fundamental structures of the website before any thought is given to the content. Each and every tag is coded to yield the greatest results within the search engines. Coders write in a language that search engines mostly like. Sometimes it is hard to find a balance between what the search engines want and what is readable by humans. This juggling act, though, is sometimes seen as a bit of give and take on both sides. Doing this leaves the website owner with a work of art that not only ranks well, but also converts well with web surfers. On the other hand, where software developers have targeted a specific niche within website development, they can be hard to compete with. There are many examples of this type of website development software. Rather than trying to aim at a very broad spectrum of website development, they targeted just one very specific area. These specialist target softwares are able to compete with a hard coder as they are programmed to the specific details related to that niche area of web design. No stone is left unturned when it comes to these targeted programs. In some ways, it is like trying to compete with a heat-seeking missile, and you cannot even see the flames of the fire. Tried and tested recently, a challenge was launched to build a hard-coded website against one of these automated targeted software niche programs. The challenge was to build the website and see where both sites ranked within 4 weeks. The website had to stand on its own feet with no off-site SEO practices at all. Cream will always float to the top. Both sites were built around the same niche and both had very keyword-targeted domain names. Both used the same keywords, pictures, and to some extent the same content. The content could be written however one wanted as long as no additional keywords were added. The software was faster at developing and releasing the aforementioned website than the hard coder. Nonetheless, after hours of work, the hard coder was able to release the website. Over the next 4 weeks, I followed with great interest the results as they formed. The only form of a notice to the search engines was a simple comment on a blog site with a text link back to the respective websites. This was done primarily to make sure the websites were indexed by the search engines. Results in changes once the allotted time was up. The hard-coded site had managed to achieve a first-page ranking on Google, and the automated website was also listed on the front page too. Competing against a program is not easy, as the hard-coder found out. I believe that the only reason I was able to outrank the software's production of a website was that I am human and my counterpart was not, was a comment made by the hard-coder. Some slight differences between the two websites were studied. These differences, although not huge, were enough to give the coder an edge. I would imagine by now the errors of its ways have been corrected and even better results will ensue. This challenge did bring me to a very simple conclusion. Should the software developers maintain their fixed vision on specialist niche programming, then I and other hard coders are headed the way of the dinosaur. It is time to start to reflect how these programs could affect how the internet will grow over the next 20 years and what the impact could be. I do not see too many black clouds on the horizon just yet, but I think they could well be forming over the cusp. I do not think I will be rushing out the door just yet to find alternative employment, but the position of greeter at a very well-known store was vacant.